Hi folks, back again, Bathrobe Chronicles number 148, and yes, on the road again, and here we are outside of Charlottesville in a delightful cabin. I was sitting here, I haven't done one of these things in a month, and I was sort of tongue-tied for lack of a better word, so I think I'm going to start with the real easy one, something that'll not require any thinking. I work for a small agency. And recently we made the national news. Now when I say made the national news, what I mean is I don't watch TV, but it was on the MSNBC website and it was on the CNN website. Now, how do we make the national news? Did we like invent something really cool? Let's see. Did we have the highest degree of customer satisfaction? Did we have the most efficient use of government funds that we spend? No, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't. We didn't make the national news for any of those reasons. We made the national news because it was found that we've been paying an employee for the last 12 years who has not been to work. I know this may sound a little strange to you. Of course, I am not privy to any of the details other than what's been in the newspaper. But seemingly what happened is 12 years ago, this young woman evidently had a complaint against another employee or something like that. And for whatever reason, or they, I believe, sent her home. And nothing has happened since then except she continues to get paid. Now, like most organizations, in order to continue someone's pay, there's someone hitting some buttons somewhere. The other thing is each year in our organization, if you want to call it that, you have to be evaluated by your supervisor. The other thing is every year you must sign up for the health insurance and the other pitiful benefits that the agency offers. But you actually have to sign your name. You have to make decisions about these things as to which plan you want and things like that. Also, each week there has to be some kind of pay gizmo that you sign and send off. And also each week there's some kind of little gizmo that says what kind of work you've done for that week. Now somehow, for 12 years, this woman continues to get money. So you almost have to say someone's doing something. In other words, she's just sitting there. She's not filling out anything. Well, anyway, for lack of a better word, new director that we have, executive director. Why in the hell is it they call people, what's the difference between an executive director and a director? It seems like a director like directs stuff, you know? What's the difference between a director and an executive director? That's for another segment maybe. But anyway, she's referred to as the new executive director because she's only been in charge of the agency, if you will, for about a year and a half or so. According to the newspaper report, she evidently discovered that we're paying this woman, who of course doesn't come to work. And at that time, I believe she went to the city attorney, she went to the board of directors, and so on and so forth. The long and the short of it is it was announced by way of the newspaper and the TV, local TV, that a few weeks ago that 2 people were fired and 3 people were forced to resign. Now, the salaries of some of these people were mentioned in the newspaper. Now, we're just a so-so size southern town down here. But a couple of them were making $100,000. That seems pretty decent to like be working for a federally and state-funded, seemingly social work kind of organization. That seems like pretty decent money. No, I don't make 100,000 or nowhere near it. But anyway, it's really sad that all of this happened. You know, a lot of people are laughing. You know, we're sort of the joke of the town, if you will. People are like calling in to apply for the job where you don't have to come to work, which, you know, I think a lot of us would like that. And sort of, as I said, we're sort of the, you know, something else will come up and I'm sure the heat will be removed from us. But this has been turned over, according to the newspaper, as I said, I'm not privy to anything, to the FBI, our local police department, state attorney's office, attorney general's office, I believe. I mean, they're turning it over to everybody. But there almost had to be someone who knew about this. In other words, someone who is complicit, if that's the right word, in this. Which you wonder if they weren't getting a kickback, which at the moment nothing has been alleged that somebody's getting a kickback like we're sharing this money. Oh, by the way, I think the lady was paid, after all the raises she's been getting for 12 years, I think she was up to about $30,000 or $35,000. I'm not sure about that. But they estimate anywhere from $250,000 to about $450,000 has been paid to her. That's quite a bit of bucks for staying at home, and that would be a heck of a job. I'm sure if they advertised for that, they would have people coming from outer space to get it. But anyway, as I said, we made the big time, not necessarily for, you know, I guess if I were the executive director, I don't think I would want that out there. We made the big time because we paid somebody for 12 years to not come to work. Anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you got a kick out of that one. As Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.